20 minutes to 1. We've got about 20 minutes left here on Beartown Radio, and I'm talking to Daniel Wood, whose book of The Saviour is currently available, and we've been talking off-air about Dan's experience recording audiobooks, and I was asking him, did that come first, or did the novel come first? And it's a sort of answer that's, well...
It did and it didn't, let me put it that way.
Go on, tell us the story.
Right, what happened was that obviously I'd written The Saviour first, and I was trying to get it published.
Yeah.
It was hard, it was struggling, and then whilst I was trying to do all this, trying to figure out, right, what am I going to do to get this published, another thought came into my mind. It was like, right, how am I going to plug this thing? How am I going to promote it? How am I going to get people interested in it enough to check it out when it finally does get released on the shop shelves or on Amazon? And I thought, right, whilst I was pondering this problem, I got a free Doctor Who audiobook in the Radio Times.
Yeah.
And it, unlike quite a few other audiobooks which come with sound effects or music, which can be used to great effect, this particular audiobook, because it was a free promotional copy, it didn't have any music, any sound effects. It just had David Tennant's voice doing the narration. And the story was called The Resurrection Casket, and it was written by Justin Richards. And David Tennant did such a beautiful, expert job of narrating his story. Well, the man's a legend through and through, so obviously he was going to do a good job. But no, the whole thing was just so gripping, so well written, so well performed, that it was like a light bulb went off in my head, and thinking, I could probably do this.
I can do that.
I can do this.
How hard can it be?
Well, Jeremy Clarkson says that, and obviously most of the time he does strike lucky, and
most of the time it's harder than it looks.
Yeah, it is actually harder than it looks. Yeah, but what happened was I decided, right, what I'll do is I'll write another book, and instead of trying to get this published, I will read it out loud as a recording.
Yes.
To try and get people interested in it. And it was then when I'm thinking, right, how am I going to get an audiobook out and about? And then I discovered this website called Podiobooks.com.
Right.
It's headed by a guy called Evo Terra. It's an American organisation. And just basically just provides free... It just distributes free audiobooks.
Free?
Yeah, absolutely free.
Okay.
No charge, no anything at all to worry about, no catches, no swears. It's free podcast novels that you download, you can put onto your iPod or onto your computer and just listen to. And the whole point about this site, these Podiobooks, is to promote other authors' works who are trying to get their name out there, trying to get recognition.
Oh, so it's quite a resource for budding writers.
Oh,
basically.
Definitely, yeah. And
I might have to investigate this myself.
I'd recommend it, mate. Absolutely.
Did you need any special equipment to be able to record your book?
Well, it can help if you do have, say, a recording studio or whatever. But for me, what I did was I just used my trusty laptop to edit recordings, and used a what I can't remember what the thing was called. It was a very, very nice, slick recorder.
One of these digital voice recorders?
Yeah, one of these digital voice recorders,
Yeah, we've got one that we use for doing interviews and things.
Yeah, I think it might have been...
they are quite impressive.
They are very impressive too. I can't remember the manufacturer's name, but it came with some Cubase software, which is very good audio editing stuff. So I edited... after I'd written the story, Nameless, I recorded it, performed it myself, edited it, and formatted it into the correct file.
And did you have any experience of doing that beforehand?
Not really, no. It was just a learn as a go kind of process. And there were times when I did ask my dad for advice and input, but it was great what I was able to do myself.
Yeah.
And then I uploaded Nameless chapter by chapter.
Right.
And I was able to build up quite a following. And last time I checked, I think it's approaching over 100,000 downloads.
Really?
Now. this audiobook. I'm not making this up, honestly. And there have been listeners in the States, in the UK, in Canada, in Japan, in Russia, all over the world who've downloaded this book. And quite a few people have emailed me, messaged me, left reviews and marks saying that this is really good. I can't wait to see what happens next. I mean, I've checked out iTunes reviews on the iTunes store in the States.
Yeah.
And I'm amazed by how many people loved Nameless so much. And the key thing is that there were some unresolved plot elements in Nameless that roll on through to the Saviour. So it was like, right, okay, I've got you with this freebie, but if you want to know what happens next, buy a copy of the Saviour.
Buy a copy of the Saviour.
And quite a few people have shown interest in it, and it's worked. It's great.
Excellent. All right, shall we play The Killers?
Oh, yes.
Let's give The Killers a go. And
he doesn't look a thing like Jesus. It's true.
Excellent. No, The Killers hasn't... no, The Killers is gone, I'm afraid. I'll tell you what... You're quite active in the local writers' forum, aren't you?
I was for several years. I joined the group in 2005, and then had great times. Learned so much from so many people there, so many friendly faces, so many talented writers. Without Congleton Writers' Forum, I would have been stuck in a science fiction fantasy rut for the rest of my life. Going to that group really benefited me.
All right, well, I've got another track, one of the alternatives you said, and this is Living Colour, Cult of Personality.
Oh, yes, you daddy.
So
nice
we'll play that, and then we'll have a quick chat about the other stuff that you've been doing.
Yep, sure.
So here is Living Colour, Cult of Personality.
And during the few moments that we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.